You know, with cameras literally everywhere these days, we capture pretty much everything. But once in a while, a recording surfaces that seems to defy all logic. A piece of footage that just leaves us with way more questions than answers. Today, we're going to dive into some of the most unsettling examples out there. So, what are we really looking at here? Is it just a simple trick of the light, a clever hoax? Or is it possible the lens is catching a glimpse of something, well, something beyond our understanding? That's the real mystery at the heart of what we're exploring. We're going to break down 6 different recordings, and each one has its own unsettling story that has left viewers completely baffled. So let's open the first case file.
Come on, you're a big girl. I'm a big girl. It's okay. There's the vent right there, baby. See? The vent pushes the door. You're fine, okay? Are you a big girl? Feel scared, just remember, baby Lenny's here, mommy's here. We're all gonna be together in the same house. It's gonna be okay. Let's go to bed. What's wrong, Cora? What are you afraid of? You're scaring me, honey. I don't see anything.
Our first case is about a mother named Aaliyah. She started recording her daughter, who had just woken up from an incredibly severe night terror. Her plan was just to show the footage to a doctor, but what she captured was so much more than that. As you can see, what starts as a child's bad dream escalates, and it escalates fast. First, the daughter is just staring, absolutely terrified, at something her mother can't see. Then, in an instant, all 4 window blinds snap shut at the same time, seemingly all on their own.
You have to be physically standing by the blinds in order to close them like this. And also, all 4 of them closed at the exact same time. There's not electronic, it's not battery powered, it's not creepy. Trying my best not to freak out. So, to close these...
And you can actually hear Aaliyah trying to comfort her child, saying these words just moments before the blinds move. You can just feel the confusion and that growing fear in her voice.
So, the AC was not on when the door closed. It's very loud. And you can hear it coming from the vent. The air vent could not have pushed this door closed in that other video because the air was not on, the AC was not on.
Because from her perspective, there is absolutely nothing there. A little later, the bedroom door moves.
There's the vent right there, baby. See? The vent.
Now, Aaliyah's logical explanation is the air vent, which makes sense. But here's the chilling part.
It's okay.
When she reviews the footage, she realizes the AC unit, which she says is normally very loud, was completely silent. It wasn't on, which leaves the movement of that door entirely unexplained. So while that last case happened inside the private walls of a family home, our next one takes place during a night shift at a place with its own unsettling reputation, a cemetery. An overnight guard is filming inside the crematorium just to show his brother-in-law what his work environment is like. Yeah, it's a place that's fundamentally all about the end of life. And that whole atmosphere just makes what the guard's camera captures next feel all the more disturbing. As he's walking through the facility, his phone's microphone starts picking up this really distinct, loud tapping sound. The strange part? It only seems to happen as he's passing by the furnaces. Then, his camera focuses on a display of urns that are waiting for families. Out of all of them, just one, sitting all by itself on a table, begins to visibly vibrate. Nothing else in the room is moving at all. And then things get even crazier. The lid on that same vibrating urn slowly starts to creep open by itself. As you can probably imagine, this is the exact moment the guard drops the camera and runs for it.
They turn off automatically at a certain hour. And I'll tell you right now, I'm gonna walk you through I have a friend that works that he would see and hear things coming from these furnaces when they're burning the bodies. So when I'm walking through here, they usually put the urns out to send to the families. So when I'm walking here at night, I walk right by these urns that they put on these tables here. And then I come down. Freaking out.
Our next piece of footage brings us back inside the home. But this time, the camera is a digital eye that never sleeps, a baby monitor. A mother named Misty noticed it was detecting movement in her infant daughter's room, even though the baby was completely fast asleep. Her infant was totally alone in the crib, so the movement had to be coming from somewhere else.
My daughter out of this room, now she's across the hall. But we got all the furniture in, the TV hung. That is like...
It looked like the monitor was picking up something on the empty bunk bed across the room. Now, the older daughter, who usually slept in that bunk bed, had already moved to a different room. So that bed should have been empty. And yet, when Misty zooms in, the baby monitor seems to show the unmistakable shape of a figure lying down under the covers.
We're asking about the room situation, so I'm gonna run that through real quick. We moved my daughter from this room into this room. She got new furniture. That's why the bunk bed is still in there. This is the attic that's in between the rooms that I was talking about that's cracked. It's been that way for a while, so it's not something that I'm overly concerned about, but y'all have got me freaking out in the comments. I cannot even breathe walking in this room, so I am truly terrified, but I'm gonna walk y'all in here real quick. This is the bunk bed. This is where I took her out of her crib, ran up the bunk bed. There was nothing up there when I came. We have her rocking chair, her changing station, her closet with all of the stuff that we still need to put up. This is where I have everything that was gifted. I know a lot of y'all were saying check stuff that came from a thrift store or that wasn't yours, because it might be causing it. I will show you guys up here. There's nothing suspicious. There's no hair from like a rat or something that could have came in. This is marker. These are still tucked in on the sides, like they're still tight from, you know, if somebody was trying to be underneath the blankets. I don't think that's plausible. So I don't know. I have no idea what could be causing it. Oh my God, it's rocking.
And if that wasn't unsettling enough, a few days later, Misty was filming the room again to try and explain the situation when a rocking chair in the corner just started moving back and forth on its own with no one even near it. Okay, so we're moving from a stationary camera and a nursery, and now we're hitting the road for our fourth case. This footage comes from a dash cam on a stretch of road in Arizona that already has a bit of a reputation for strange sightings. So let's look at the details here. A driver, Tasha Moran, was on Lower Buckeye Road late one night when her dash cam picked up something bizarre on the shoulder of the empty highway. When you slow the footage way down, frame by frame, you can see it. A hunched over, sort of transparent figure seems to just materialize on the roadside for a split second, right in the path of another car. It's there one moment, and then it's gone the next. Now that last clip was just a fleeting moment on a dark road. This next case file, though, it documents an experience that unfolded over a much longer and much more terrifying period of time for a carpenter who was working all alone in a client's house. It all kicked off when he heard what sounded exactly like footsteps coming from the floor right above him. Knowing he was supposed to be the only person in the house, his immediate reaction was, as you can imagine, pure fear. His first theory of a simple break-in just fell apart really fast. First, you had the footsteps from what was supposed to be an empty second floor. Then, he found multiple light fixtures down in the basement just swinging on their own. The final straw, though? A sudden, loud noise from inside a sealed display cabinet, which held nothing but a single porcelain doll. Our final case file starts out as something completely mundane. It's just a home video of a young girl eating breakfast. But what the camera captured in the background revealed two details that are anything but normal. Okay, first you have to pay really close attention to the background. A dark, slow-moving shadow passes behind the child, and as it moves, the light bulb directly above it visibly dims. But then there's the second detail. Viewers have pointed out that the child's reflection in the fridge, it doesn't seem to match her movements. It almost looks like it's staring back at her. So, from moving objects to strange apparitions, these 6 recordings really do challenge our sense of the ordinary. They could be nothing more than digital tricks, clever hoaxes, or simple misinterpretations. Or maybe they're brief, unsettling glimpses into something we just can't explain. In the end, what we see hiding in these shadows is really up to you.